Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Honolulu, Dallas, Texas, Baltimore, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and only there. Spoiler alert, Donald Trump has betrayed MAGA, and he's siding with the billionaire class. Why? Because Donald Trump's a billionaire, just like Elon Musk, just like Vivek Ramaswamy. And how do you get to be a billionaire? By helping workers. So... I just want to remind you that this isn't a left-right issue. This is a top-down. This is the oligarchy against the workers. That's what the H-1B visa thing is all about, and they want to make you think we're just bringing in a handful of the top guys. That's a lie. There are no more countries. And, I'm going to play you this. This is from a movie from like 1974 called Network, and he's going to explain it to you.
You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodollars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, Reichmarks, Rins, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone.
And so that is Elon Musk. That was 1974's Elon Musk yelling at the MAGA, saying, how dare you try to stop us bringing in foreign tech workers? You are messing with the galactic order of things where there are no countries. There are only corporations and the international transfer of dollars. Because the billionaires don't care about this country. They only care about commerce, what he just said. And MAGA stood up and said no to that. And Elon Musk said, go F yourself in your own face. And that's exactly, so who he's talking to there, that guy had a TV show in the movie, and he got people upset. He said, go to your window and scream, I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. And so it caused a crisis. But that used to be the phrase, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Now, the motto is, I'm complacent as hell, and I fully intend to sit this one out. It is at least from our Hollywood, my friends in Hollywood. That's all I can speak for.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be mad as hell for 5 minutes because they're going to give you something ridiculous to be mad about, like men playing women's sports. And you're going to focus all your energy and get it all out of your system. And then you're going to go, oh, well, Trump's here. It's all good now.
And so,
okay.
Here's what Trump used to say about the H-1B visa program. Here's what he said in 2016.
Well, first of all, I think, and I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it.
He shouldn't be allowed to use it, and we shouldn't even have it.
You probably even believed that when he said it.
He did.
Very bad for workers.
He says it's very bad for workers.
Yeah.
It's very bad for workers. And how does he know? Because he employs a lot of workers under the HB1 visa.
And second of all, I think it's very important to say, well, I'm a businessman and I have to do what I have to do. And it's sitting there waiting for you, but it's very bad. It's very bad for business in terms of, it's very bad for our workers. And it's unfair for our workers. And we should end it.
So, but I'm going to take advantage. I'll screw over American workers because I'm a businessman. And that's exactly what Vivek Ramaswamy thinks. That's exactly what Elon Musk. Yeah, it's bad for the worker. Who cares? They're peasants.
Those
the
two
peasants.
assholes are throwing racism around about it.
Yeah, and now they're going to call you a racist.
Oh, you don't like Indians? We have Indians at home in America that were born here.
That's
Did they
right.
become stupid because they weren't born in another country? What are you talking about?
Here's what he said in 2019. Here's what Trump said.
For decades, this company has served the needs of American workers. It's time we had a federal government that does the same. The Buy and Hire American order I'm about to sign will help protect workers and students like those of you in the audience today. This historic action declares that the policy of our government is to aggressively promote and use American-made goods and to ensure that American labor is hired to do the job. Right now, widespread abuse in our immigration system is allowing American workers of all backgrounds to be replaced by workers brought in from other countries to fill the same job for sometimes less pay. This will stop. American workers have long called for reforms to end these visa abuses, and today their calls are being answered for the first time.
So he actually did that. I don't know if you know, but Donald Trump actually changed the rules and made it 30% more expensive for you to import workers on an H-1B visa.
You had to pay them more.
You had to pay them more than the American workers. So this incentivized you from bringing in foreign workers. Guess what? Amazon, so Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Apple, they all got together and they changed that rule that Trump implemented.
Wait, what? I thought we need to get the best tech people in the world that just happen to be there. Surely they're worth 30% more because it's not.
Yeah.
No, I guess we can't afford to be the best now.
So now Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are pushing to have even more H-1B visa people come in our high tech. Joe Biden is on his way out the doors, making it cool to import truck drivers because apparently we don't have enough skilled truck drivers in the United States. We have to flood our country with foreign-born immigrant truck drivers. And why do they do that? To suppress the wages of truck drivers. Just
Are
like
they saving on vehicle insurance doing that? It can't be.
So here is what Donald Trump says now. So I showed you what he did say.
Right.
The H-1B visa should be done. It's bad for workers. It's bad for our country.
Buckle up for this.
Well, here's what he says now that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are saying it's good. President-elect Trump told the Post Saturday he supports immigration visas for highly skilled workers, appearing to side with Elon Musk in the rolling intra-MAGA debate on the issue. Do you feel like a sucker? I've always liked the visas. I have always been in favor of the visas. That's why we have them. No, I just showed you 2 videos where he's against them.
Very vocally.
Very,
right.
Yeah, and he was right. And now he's lying to you, saying that he was always for them. He wasn't. Trump said by phone, referencing the H-1B program, which permits companies to hire foreign workers in specialty occupations. I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H-1B. I've used it many times. It's a great program, added Trump, who restricted access to foreign worker visas in his first administration and has now been critical of the program and has been critical of the. So I just showed you when he did that. So in his first administration, he restricted them and he said they were bad. And he said they were anti-worker. But now, because Elon Musk, I don't know why, you tell me, but it looks like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, he doesn't want to cross them. He doesn't want to
brothers?
He doesn't want to cross the richest man in the world.
He's not.
And so that's what's happening. Now you can see why Cenk Uygur switched.
Cenk's like, you know what? Trump's got a lot of good ideas now.
A lot of good ideas. Maybe he could, Cenk could help crush his union and bring in some foreign people to do his video editing. So here's what Steve Bannon, now Steve Bannon is the real populist that used to, when he had Trump's ear, Trump was a much better politician, meaning much better for America. And here's what he has to say about it.
As a fact, the H-1 H-1B visa program is a total and complete scam from its top to the bottom. And Elon's put out this tweet that, all his companies have depended upon that. Now, we'll go dig out the information from public documents and just I'd like you to publish, we would like you to publish every engineer that you've brought in on HB1 visa and let us determine, let's just see the information.
So this is the tweet that he put out. The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Because America couldn't do it themselves. Right. Take a big step back and F yourself in the face. I will go to war on the issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. So what he's telling MAGA is go F yourself, you peasants. I'm the richest guy in the world and I'm running things. And I want my cheap labor. And all that stuff we said before was all bullshit.
What are you, racist?
So that's the equivalent of Ned Beatty saying, you have messed with the global order of the transfer of dollars and you will atone. That's what that is. And Steve Bannon is here to say, well, if that's true, show us all your H-1B visas, because I know at Tesla alone, it's 720 H-1B visa tech workers in 1 year, 2023 alone. Really? You couldn't find qualified tech workers in San Francisco to work at Tesla? You had to import them from India and wherever else?
Well, San Francisco I could see, because I got news for you. The people that have made tech people are the lowest form of life on the planet. San Francisco, they're real low.
Here we go.
So it's by design, this managed decline, but that's actually believable. San Francisco's a disaster.
And see if American citizens could not fill those billets. You're going to find we still haven't seen, if all this going on, have they come forward with any examples? One example, from David Sachs to Vivek Ramaswamy to Elon Musk to any of them. Have they come up with examples?
I haven't seen any. So
it's like basketball, they said, remember? It's like the NBA bringing a foreign player.
So Vivek Ramaswamy gave his big thing about how American culture sucks and we don't make smart people anymore that can run our tech. Apparently, Joe Biden says we don't have people smart enough to drive trucks or do our fruit picking or our farming or our meat packing or our construction. And now we got billionaires like Vivek and Elon saying we can't do the smart jobs either. We can't do the manual labor. Yeah. We can't do anything. We have to flood the country with cheap labor.
And then once they get sick of it, once they settle in and have kids, we got to fuck their kids and bring in more cheap labor.
That's right.
But what the TV shows, just because we watch Saved by the Bell, you got to watch quality Bollywood productions, like where they just steal an American IP like Spider-Man and make it a musical, instead of being mediocre.
So Eric Weinstein retweeted Vivek, and he said, I love this. Do you want to fill an entire stadium debating this with me? I'm so game. For America, you love this place, so do I. We don't know each other. I'm U.S.-born STEM PhD with some background in this issue of sciences. Dance with me. Come on.
I asked Rogan to have this, to facilitate this, by the way.
Well, I tweeted out. I'll facilitate it.
I want him to do it. I want it so bad.
So I just want to, before we get into Eric Weinstein, I just want to make this case that Trump has sold out the MAGA movement already. He's not even in office. And now it's up to MAGA to stand up. And this, if you think this is actually a need that the United States has, you're a chump. You're a chump of the highest order. Steve Bannon knows better. I'm going to play it for you one more time.
Good.
As a fact, the H-1B visa program is a total and complete scam from its top to the bottom. And Elon's put out this tweet that, all his companies have depended upon that. Now, we'll go dig out the information from public documents and just I'd like you to publish, we would like you to publish every engineer that you've brought in on HB1 visa and let us determine, let's just see the information and see if American citizens could not fill those billets. you're going to find we still haven't seen, with all this going on, have they come forward with any examples? One example from David Sachs to Vivek Ramaswamy to Elon Musk to any of them. Have they come up with examples?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they said Saved by the Bell sucks.
And if you're a MAGA and you're not sure, here's Eric Weinstein saying, come on, debate me. I'd love to have a debate over this. Here he says, hey, Vivek, this hurt a lot of Americans. I invited you to a public debate about your claims as I've been fighting the insinuation of inferior American values in STEM for 35 years. It's a myth that came out of National Science Foundation and this other thing. Let's debate in public on camera. Vivek does not want that. The claim that America is inferior in STEM is a calum. How do you say that word?
Calumny?
I'm a comedian. What is true is that Americans in STEM behave like Americans. Our own scientists aren't going to act like employees. Our engineers aren't going to say whatever you say, boss. We aren't lining up to sign your DEI oaths. Our own scientists and engineers expect their kids to go to the top schools. They expect to get recognized for discoveries. They expect academic freedom. They expect to be financially secure, etc. I say that our system produces the best STEM talent in the world, and then promptly destroys most of what it produces in favor of more pliant labor. Let's have it out. So here's a guy, Mr. Smarty Pants, saying that the United States produces the best STEM talent in the world, and then the business squashes it. Here's what Steve Bannon has to say about people like Vivek and Elon Musk.
It's very hard because this is central. It's not just central to the economics of what they do in Silicon Valley. The hate America crowd, and they hate America, the hate America crowd there. And when I say hate America, they hate the United States of America, the nation state of America, and American citizens. They believe in some sort of techno-feudal situation like was in Italy back, I don't know, in the 14th and 15th century. These kind of city-states. What they want is a network. They want a network where they're like a city-state, control the network. And there's a bunch of serfs that work for them. Not American citizens, but serfs, indentured servants. That's what they want, and they're not going to get that. We're going to win this fight. If you think that...
So he's saying they hate America. That's pretty powerful. Come see us on tour in Los Angeles, Honolulu, Dallas, Texas, Baltimore, Atlantic City, Cohoes, New York, and Providence, Rhode Island. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and only there.